I am 17 years old, still in school, and I've gained 40 pounds of muscle while going to school, to high school, to be more accurate. And recently, I've gained 5 pounds in 3 weeks, and it was muscle. Like, I didn't get fucking fat at all. I didn't gain any fat. And after 3 years of training, over 3 years, I've heard a lot of people in the fitness industry that say, oh, after 1 to 2 years, your progress will just kind of taper off a lot. And it is bullshit if you train the right way, which is don't train like a bitch, train like a man, train hard. By the way, I have a bulking course, so first link in the description. I think it is really worth it for you to at least check it out, because you've watched this far into the video and clearly you're interested in the topic, so check it out. Why these people stop progressing in the gym after like 2 years is because they've got their newbie gains and they train like absolute bitches still. And in my opinion, in the first like month or two, you should not train hard. You should make things easier for you to just be more consistent in the gym. But after 2-3 months, you should be upping the intensity of your workouts, because you need to give your muscles a reason to grow. I've said this multiple times and I will say it again for like 1,000 times more. You need to give your muscles a reason to grow. You need to train hard to failure. And a lot of people just aren't willing to feel that pain and discomfort of training to failure and training hard. After you've been going to the gym for like a year, you absolutely need to train to failure to grow more. Or to pump yourself full of steroids, but we don't do this here. We don't do that here because it destroys your life, honestly, your health, everything, just for like muscle. A short little story from my younger years. When I've been going to the public gym, I was going like 6 times a week. 2 years ago, I looked around in the gym once and I realized like 99% of people in the gym train like bitches. They don't train to failure. And even the guys who are like, you know, a bit jacked and you can see they've been going to the gym for like a couple of months, they still train like pussies. And you can't do that. You've got to train hard. And of course be consistent. But if you already go to failure on your sets and train hard, you probably have, you know, the consistency as well. So I will tell you how to grow insanely fast, and in terms of muscle, not fat. How to gain muscle so fast, people will think you're on steroids. If you want to really progress and really make a shit ton of muscle, you should subscribe if you're interested in that, because all my content is related to bulking and training and how to bulk and the things that will help you with bulking and gaining more muscle than fat. If you've been going to the gym consistently for like a couple of good months, if I looked at you doing your set and you didn't scream, you didn't even feel like screaming, you didn't get red, or you didn't look like you're gonna fucking faint after your set, then you're not training hard enough. If a normal person looked at you, they wouldn't be able to say that you look like a psycho, you train like a psycho. Bro, if you saw me, I'm gonna record myself doing a set to failure in the gym, like my normal set. how intensely I go. You would think I'm a psycho, and that's a good thing. If people look at your sets and how you look and how hard you train, they should fucking think you're a psycho, because that's how you grow a lot. But, right, you also need to give your muscles time to recover and adapt. See, most people are either one or the second thing or both, right? And that's why they don't make good progress. They make like, no, it's good progress but not insane. And if you want insane progress, if you want to be fucking huge, listen, you need to give your muscles a reason to grow, right? So most people don't do that. They train like pussies. You also need to give your muscles time to recover. Most people train every muscle like 2 times a week, maybe even 3 times a week. So they don't give their muscles a reason to grow. They don't give their muscles time to grow, so they don't grow, right? There is also the people who train hard, who give their muscles a reason to grow, but they train too often. They train too often, too frequently, and now their muscles don't have time to recover. If you're not a total beginner, you should not leave any reps in reserve, except if you're doing a warm-up set. So if you're warming up, okay, fine, you should not go to failure when you're warming up. Like, just pump it out, you know, when you feel warm and ready to do your working set, you do it. So I recommend to doing like 4 to 5 warm-up sets, and then you're good to go. Hit every muscle once per week, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. I've heard people who say that like they train, I don't know, calves 4 times a week, bro. No, don't, because your muscles need the time to recover, and your muscles need 72 hours to recover, but just to the same state they were before. But to build up and grow bigger, you need 2 more days. So that's why once per week we hit all the muscles, not twice. And now diet, of course, it is important. I'm not an expert, right, in diet for bulking, but you are here, you want to gain muscle fast, so I'm going to tell you the basics. Eat a lot of fatty meat, nuts, cheese, things that have a lot of calories, but also that are not packed with sugar. They're not processed, basically. They are not super fucking processed, and they're toxins, basically. So things like steak, beef, eggs, cheese like mozzarella or cheddar, rice, potatoes, and things that will have a lot of calories and also carbs, because carbs kind of fill your muscles, make them look more watery, because carbs are what make you carry more water weight. So that's why the keto diet is so good for weight loss, because you also look leaner because you lose more water weight, or water retention is lower. That being said, for bulking, for getting bigger and stronger, don't be scared of carbs, but also don't be scared of fats, because fat, and specifically cholesterol, is very important, because it is used to produce testosterone and other hormones that you need. And the higher testosterone you have, the easier it will be to gain the muscle and also lose fat. Now, if you really struggle to get your calories in, like one day you just weren't able to eat enough, then okay, like max 400 or 500 calories of like sugary shit, okay, it's fine. Just get your calories in, but don't overeat on that shit, because you'll just gain mostly fat and not much muscle. Important thing for bulking is sleep, because when you sleep, that's when your muscles are recovering mostly, and when your testosterone is also produced. Here's the most important thing about sleep that you need to know. First, you should be going to sleep at the same time and waking up at the same time every day. It is the healthiest way to sleep. Every day you go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time every day. Because, you know, your biological clock is just set and you should follow that. Also, be busy through the day. So you should be tired, you should feel tired at like 8-9 p.m. already, so you can sleep better, and it really works like that. If you aren't tired, that means you just didn't do much, right? So just do more, like move more, maybe build an online business, maybe just focus on something, right? Because how many hours a day you can work out? Like actually working out, probably max to like an hour. But that being said, you can also do cardio, sports, boxing, you know, MMA. But specifically resistance training, you can't do much. Now, other random shit that really got me so much bigger is, first, take creatine, 5 grams a day. Take ashwagandha, increases your testosterone basically, which increases your muscle mass, and caffeine before workouts. So you have more energy, you can push more, and you kind of feel more motivated to work out. And the last thing that I forgot, eat at least 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That is the perfect amount of protein you should eat a day. So let's say you weigh 200 pounds, that means you're gonna eat, wait, let me do the math. You're gonna eat 160 grams of protein a day. That is gonna be your perfect amount. And the last thing, and very important as well, get some fucking sunlight, you fucking goblin. Stop just sitting in your fucking dark gooning room all day. Go the fuck outside. Get some sunlight into your eyes, into your skin, because that also increases your testosterone. So my advice for this is just basically go outside more. For whatever reason, just go outside more.